So one of our snipers got promoted, and I don't tend to go with low profile for snipers. They're just not usually in a position where they're going to get shot at. So lone wolf, again, can be good. Snipers can be far away from their group, but it's just not something I like to have to think about. Like, oh, I need to keep my snipers really far apart or their stats are going to go down. No, I prefer to go with Deadeye here because, as you might have noticed, flying targets can be deceptively difficult to hit, and they tend to be very aggressive, so they are quite dangerous. So I usually go with Deadeye for my snipers here. You are an oddly tanky sniper.
We will be in touch, Commander.
So, let's see. Your aim is good and your will's good, and that honestly about covers it. You just don't have the health or mobility to really do most classes all that well. So, we're gonna go with another medic and see if we get lucky on those will rolls. Okay, yeah, there. We finally got another one that had a decent level up in will, so that's good. What is it with the controller interference down here, I swear? So I think, yep, that planes are looking good. Soldiers are mostly okay. I think everyone's been promoted. Who can be. How many rookies do we even have left? We have one that's fatigued, who just needs to go on any mission and survive, and they'll be fine. And then we have these 4 who have not been on a mission at all yet. So we're doing pretty well, I think. I think we're just at the stage where we need to wait on another mission to happen. I guess those scientists really helped speed up the xenoneurology research project. I wasn't expecting that one to be completed for a bit. So now we can build arc throwers. Now, we don't have the capture facility for aliens yet, so if we build the arc throwers now and use them on successful captures, we still won't get the live alien. We will, however, get intact weapons, potentially even an intact grenade if we're lucky enough to capture a muton or something. So I'm still gonna go ahead and build a couple of arc throwers, and I'm gonna start trying to use them. We need to hopefully get some engineers trained up so that they can take the perk that lets them use arc throwers more than once. However, what are we going to do now? Well, we need to complete these autopsies before we can even try to do interrogations. So that's definitely a thought. We could do these autopsies because these are the 2 alien types that we're most likely to capture first. So that's definitely an option. I also tend to want to do the sectoid one in particular kind of early, because sometimes I forget that I need to keep 10 sectoid corpses held back. I need to not, like, spend them, either selling them at the gray market or, you know, using them to fulfill requests. I need to keep 10 so that I can do this autopsy. And sometimes I forget, and then it's like, oh crap, we're further in where not very many sectoids are spawning on missions, and I desperately need sectoid corpses so that I can actually interrogate, like, a sectoid I captured earlier or something. So there's definitely an argument that we should just get the sectoid autopsy out of the way so that I don't accidentally do that. Of course, there's also, you know, the argument that I really need laser weapons. We're gonna do the sectoid autopsy. I don't trust myself to remember, gotta be honest.
We've made a number of interesting discoveries based on the autopsy results of the alien specimen you brought back. The research team is now referring to this particular variation as a sectoid, based on the unusual structure of its internal organs, which we believe to be the product of genetic manipulation. As we've seen in the field, this species also seems to harbor some sort of telepathic ability.
That hulk of flesh and metal troubles me. What do we risk with our own investigations into the melding of human and machine? Will we see a line in the sand and refuse to cross it? Or will we move forward, willing to sacrifice everything for the sake of total victory? I have to believe that is not our future, provided, of course, that the aliens' technology remains in the right hands.
That is an awfully optimistic assumption to make. And also, we're not even researching meld yet. Are you maybe pursuing some, like, research in your off time or something to know about the... Okay, moving along. So, thermogenerator will be up in just under a week, and then we can hopefully start building other stuff here. However, something that we should start on right now is that we get at least one arc thrower ready to go. We're eventually going to want a second one as well, just because things can get damaged and need to be repaired, so having a backup one is useful, but there are probably going to be other things that we need to spend the money on once that thermogenerator is up. So, for now, one will do. We got our new rookie. Let's see. Oh, yep, Harriet here. Good, we got one that actually got some pretty solid stats. That looks like they'll be either a decent scout or maybe an assault. Honestly, they've got pretty good all-around stats, so we'll just see what we need. Might also be an engineer, because we need more.
Breaking news at this hour.
And our first terror mission.
A shift in the alien phenomena now affecting cities worldwide. We're now receiving word of outright attacks.
Looks like they've changed their tactics. But why? Why do this?
It's a message to the entire world that nothing can stop them.
Some of you may find this footage disturbing. We will provide continuing updates as this story unfolds.
Okay, so we are not going to be fooling around. We are bringing explosives, and I don't think we're bringing any rookies on this one. What? Okay, just settlement map. That can mean a lot of different things. Snipers may or may not be good. We'll see if we've got a spot left once I pick everyone else. Gonna bring along our scout. Definitely bringing a medic. And we need explosives. We need all of the explosives. In fact, if there was ever a time to bring the Rocketeer, now would be it. I'm definitely gonna want an engineer too. I want to have some grenades to throw around. Gonna go with Eva. And past that, just having some people who, you know, get 2 shots per turn, so probably some infantry. Which one do I want? Yeah, you seem pretty good. And so, what do we have? Infantry, medic, scout, rocketeer, and engineer. Could definitely use an assault, because we are probably going to have chrysalids in our face, and... you know, grenades and a shotgun. Grenades and a shotgun tend to be the best response to those. Alright, so, yep, need you to not have too much armor on you because you need to be able to run up and throw grenades in people's faces. So we're gonna have one HE grenade in case you need to blow cover, and a couple of AP grenades for chrysalids, which can't be in cover, and you really just want the extra damage. For our Rocketeer, typically you have to go with light armor or the Rocketeer cannot move. We are going to have a Shredder rocket, mostly for chrysalids, and we're going to have an extra normal rocket. And as you can see, his mobility, even though his base mobility is pretty good, once you factor in those rockets, he's going to be moving pretty slowly until he actually uses those. And I'm going to have to be kind of careful because his health is not going to be as high as most of my soldiers. So hopefully we don't get him killed. And here we have our scout. I think we're going to just stick with that loadout. That tends to be pretty good. Medic is just carrying the med kits in case we need them. Now for infantry, her health is high enough that we're going to stick with the lighter armor so that she can move, and she is going to be carrying drum mags, which have a slight mobility and aim penalty, but it gives her 2 extra shots, which is important because she can take 2 shots per turn if she doesn't move. And to help offset that aim penalty, she will be carrying a laser sight. Everything about her is just shoot, shoot, shoot. And assaults, light armor because they need to be able to get into range to use their shotgun. Some extra plating is usually a good idea. Even with their high health, they have to take a lot of risks, and there's a good possibility that they could get flanked, so giving her any chance of surviving that, good. And honestly, they tend to be equipped pretty similarly to scouts. I usually also hand them a medkit so that if they get covered in acid, they can still move. So yep, explosives, medkits, and a lot of bullets. Let's hope we can figure this out.
Dropship has arrived.
Brazilian authorities have requested our help, so that's where we're going next. We've gotten reports of alien activity taking place in a densely populated urban center. We should move to secure the area and minimize further civilian casualties.
Central, this is Big Sky. Confirm signal uplink. Strike team is in position near the terror site. Awaiting confirmation.
Solid copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 has been given the green light. Your highest priority is to protect those civilians.
Okay, and unlike in vanilla XCOM, where honestly most of the civilians were pretty expendable as long as you got at least one person, you really need to try to get as many civilians out as you can in Long War, because every civilian that dies will sharply increase the panic in the country that the terror attack is happening in this case, Brazil. So I can see one civilian over there. I'm not seeing any others right now that we can easily get to. And this is one of my least favorite maps, especially for terror missions. This is probably not, this is not going to go well. But we're going to start working our way towards him.
Już się za to biorę. Estoy en marcha. On my way.
Let's see, where do I want our Rocketeer to end the turn? Because Rocketeers, kind of like snipers in a lot of ways, they can fire a rocket after moving, but unless you have the snapshot perk, you usually really shouldn't, because the rocket probably won't go where you wanted it to go, because they take a pretty severe aim penalty to firing the rocket after they move. And they also cannot fire it as far. So, where I want the Rocketeer to end the turn is a pretty important consideration. Right now, I'm going to go with right here. That gives them some decent sight lines, like around here where we're moving. And I'm going to try to remember to have him just steady his weapon at the end of most turns, because that aim bonus does really help with rockets. And Assault's going to run up a little bit. They need to kind of try to stay close to the front.
I've healed, Commander.
And chrysalids.
Establishing a clear pattern of behavior among the alien species. This specimen is nothing like the others.
Gotta be honest, Bolin. That's the least of my worries with these things. Alright, they're coming in. Okay, so we've got a bunch of chrysalids hanging out right here. Let's see what we can do as far as getting explosives on them. Now, if my Rocketeer fires as it stands, honestly, maybe we should chuck a grenade in there first, see if we can blow out a sightline for the rocket. That's a thought. Yeah, gonna go with that, which means I'm gonna use the HE grenade rather than the AP grenade, even though it'll do a bit less damage. See if we can get a sightline to get a rocket in there. And, of course, it didn't completely blow out the train. Well, what am I gonna do? Okay, I could fire the rocket there. If he flubs it, though, we're gonna hit our own people, and that could be really, really bad. Although the Shredder rocket, theoretically, could be safer, because then he'd really have to fudge it. He'd have to, like, hit it in such a way that his allies were out of cover relative to the explosion. I'm gonna pull that in a little bit to try to reduce the scatter radius. Cross your fingers.
Oh, let it rain.
Nice. Oh, rockets terrify me, but when they work, they work.
Nailed him.
Okay, you've got another shot. Nice.
Bye-bye.
Okay, shoot that one in the face.
Krzyżyk na drogę. Ja пошла.
On shotgun.
Объект выведен из строя.
Okay, chrysalids are out. Anyone who's still got actions left? I think just you. Just wait. Lost a couple of civvies on that turn. Not a whole lot we could do about that. We had to focus on those chrysalids, or a lot of people were gonna die. Alright, you go ahead and get him.
Гражданским тут не место.
Alright, who have we got? We got another... We have 3 civvies over there, I think. We should probably head for them. We've got another civvy over here that we can try to get. But we also need to not run up too recklessly, or we're going to alert a bunch of things, which, in addition to not being good for us, could ultimately mean that it's worse for the civilians too, because the aliens will get a lot more aggressive and kill civilians a lot faster once they've actually been activated.
Marchando. Moving out.
Heading to that location.
Right, gonna have to try to maneuver you around the fire. And we found floaters. Looks like 4 of them. Not great, gotta be honest. Okay, we're gonna put you here instead then. Yeah, not real comfortable leaving you there now. So you're gonna have to backpedal a little bit. As are you. Okay, we need to keep you close to the action, but we also need you to not be flanked. I gotta put you here. You still have run and gun available to use if I need to move you closer. Okay, you're... I admit, I'm a little worried about you if you stay here, but I'm also a little bit worried that if I move you, you're either going to see something else, or you're going to possibly get overwatched, although you are the scout, so getting overwatched probably wouldn't be that bad. It's more that I'm worried you're gonna see something. And you're in a corner. Overwatch. And they're shooting civilians. Don't think we have any Overwatch to deal with, so we've got that working for us. Need to get sightlines on these things, but I also need to not be in a position where I'm gonna get myself flanked. We're gonna have the scout go here. Try to get sightlines on some of these guys. Okay, good news, he can see all 4 of them. Bad news, they can all see him. Okay, I don't think that cover is on fire to where it's gonna actually burn down. Might put you there. To be honest, I am very tempted to see if you could get another rocket. No, in order to get over the train car, you end up firing too high. What about a grenade? Maybe?
Marchando.
Maybe if I, like, balance it on the train car here? Yeah, that would probably at least wound them.
A la mierda!
Okay, good. Got the one that's closest to us out. Winged the other one. I'll take it. Okay. We're gonna have you shoot the one you're flanking. Get holo targeting on it so that hopefully someone can help you finish it off.
Już się za to biorę. Krzyżyk na drogę.
Like so. Okay, we've still got 2 floaters though. I could maybe run and gun, get one of them, but I'm worried that that would lead to me revealing more stuff. Let's see, let's get you a little closer. And you too.
That's affirmative.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Get you in a bit closer so that you can shoot next turn, hopefully.
Я пошла.
Actually, I'm a little bit worried you'll get flanked if I leave you there. Let's put you here.
Están retrocediendo.
Okay, I think that one moved twice. What's this one gonna do? Also move twice. Okay, let's try to go get some civvies over here and see if we can get eyes on one of the floaters that ran away.
Estoy en marcha. Venga, sal de aquí.
Getting it done.
Okay, they really legged it, didn't they? Okay, glad they didn't shoot because apparently that box burnt. I mean, this move is probably okay.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Voy. Sal de aquí. Поняла вас. Moving out. We're green to go. Буду на стороже.
Roger. Got my eyes on.
Już tam idę. Mogę siać. Внимание. Вижу противника.
Okay, more floaters coming in.
Меня окружают. They're moving around the side.
Not good. Okay, we got one overwatching, but he's in the back. Let's get you probably over there.
Heading out.
Now let's go with here so you can shoot.
Damn it, enemy is still alive. Принято. Больше не дернется.
Really wish you were just a tile over, because if I could get into cover and get you out of here, I would, but I'm not going to leave a soldier flanked just to evacuate you. Crap, I was worried about that. And, of course, it got a lucky shot. Okay, that changes my plans a little bit. I mean, good news is no more Overwatch for the moment. So instead, I'm gonna pull you back towards the medic. Because you now need them. Okay, and on that note, we're going to move the medic up in just a moment once I've moved the scout. Should probably move the scout first.
I got you. Go.
Okay, he's got a glimpse of one over here. Gonna shoot it.
X-ray neutralized.
Scout that one out. Right, gonna move the medic up here to try to get to heal that one that got hit by Overwatch. And I'm not sure, but I could have swore the scout caught a glimpse of another floater over here when he moved. He did. Let's see if we can get a shot on him. No luck.
No way that just happened.
Okay, that one's moving somewhere. Okay.
They're on the move.
Got another one shooting a civvy. And another one shooting a civvy. And that one just decided to run away, I guess. Okay, Rocketeer. We honestly might need 2 shots on this thing. Can the scout also get back to where he could shoot him if he needs to? Okay, he can. Gonna have the Rocketeer go back and shoot first. If we're lucky, he'll take it out with a critical.
Roger that.
How is that not a flanking shot? Game, come on. Okay, well the scout definitely has to go back there now. Seriously, game.
Yes, Commander. X-ray down. Guns dry.
Luckily, they didn't need criticals to kill it, but come on, how was that not flanking shots? They were right next to it.
Okay.
Okay, medic is gonna come over here, gonna heal up the person that got hit.
Nie użalaj się nad sobą.
Going to scoot up the infantry person. Take a shot. Is it because they're like technically flying instead of being in cover, even though they are like look like they're on the ground? Because if so, that is very confusing and annoying. Alright, I don't think they have any Overwatch. I think they all fired at me or shot civvies. So I'm gonna run the person with the shotgun up. And apparently not evacuate that civilian, despite being right next to them. And I'm gonna run the person with grenades up. Let's see if we can get a shot on this thing to finish it off. No luck. And now we use the shotgun. That hit. Lost another civilian. And there's that one that ran off earlier. Okay, gonna run the scout forward a bit. Have him reload. Just gonna have the person with the rockets just sprint up to try to get them into a position where they could maybe use their rocket to take out these last 2 floaters. Because if we're gonna get any decent amount of civilians out of here, we need to kill these 2 floaters, and we need to do it fast. They are tearing through the civilians. Okay, that was a good shot. That helped.
Weapons.
Unfortunately, couldn't follow it up. Alright, gonna move the medic forward, try to get a shot. Come on, if you guys could just finish that one off, I could have the person with the shotgun actually run up and maybe just kill the one that's at full health. wonder if I could get a grenade in there just to kill it. I'm gonna try. I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'm gonna try. Alright, can we balance this grenade on a crate in such a way come on. There we go. Come on. Nice. Now the person with the shotgun can just say to hell with it. Shoot this thing in the face.
Excellent work. All objectives complete.
Definitely could have done better in terms of civilians saved, but honestly, first terror mission in the frickin' Railyard, I'll take this result.